When was the last time you walked up a flight of stairs without touching the railing? Think about that for a moment, because if you have to reach for that railing every single time, if your hand goes to it automatically, almost without thinking, I need you to hear what I'm about to say very carefully. That habit, that reaching, is not keeping you safe. It is quietly teaching your body to become weaker. And the danger is not just the stairs, the danger is what comes next. Here is what most people your age are never told. When you grip a railing going up or down stairs, your weight shifts onto your arms, your legs, your glutes, your inner thighs, your knee stabilizers. They stop doing the job they were designed to do. Your brain starts to outsource your balance to your hands. And over time, without you even noticing, the muscles responsible for keeping you upright on a staircase begin to quietly fade. Until one day, the railing is not just a habit, it is a necessity. And that is a dangerous place to be. Because here is the truth about stair falls. They are one of the leading causes of serious injury in adults over 70. Not icy sidewalks, not parking lots, stairs. In your own home. The place you feel most safe. The place where you should never have to think twice. But I am not here to scare you. I am here to tell you that this is fixable. And I want you to hear this clearly. What I am going to show you today takes less than 2 minutes a day. These are 5 targeted movements that directly rebuild the exact muscles responsible for stair confidence. And when you do them consistently, you will walk up and down those stairs with the kind of steady, calm confidence you probably had 20 years ago. Stay with me. Because the number 1 exercise on this list, it changed everything for one of my patients. And it can change things for you too. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2019 followed 1,200 adults over the age of 65 across a period of 18 months. The results genuinely stunned the researchers. They discovered that 74% of participants who performed targeted lower body stabilization exercises 3 times per week reported a dramatic reduction in stair-related fear and avoidance within just 8 weeks, not 6 months. 8 weeks. Let me say that again so it really sinks in. 74%, 8 weeks, 3 times a week. But what made the finding truly counterintuitive, what made this study get attention well beyond the usual academic circles, was this. The exercises that produced the most improvement were not the ones you would expect. It was not walking, it was not cycling, it was slow, deliberate, single-leg movements. Quiet, almost gentle-looking exercises that look simple from the outside but are doing something profound on the inside. One of those participants was a 79-year-old retired librarian named Margaret. She had spent almost 2 years avoiding the upstairs bathroom in her daughter's home because the stairs frightened her. She would hold the railing with both hands, take each step one at a time, and still feel her heart racing. After 8 weeks of these exercises, her daughter called me, and she was in tears because Margaret had walked up those stairs carrying a laundry basket. No railing, no hesitation. That is not a small thing. That is independence. That is dignity. And that is exactly what we are talking about today. Now, I want to tell you how we are going to approach this. We will count down from number 5 all the way to the most powerful one. Each of these targets a specific weakness that most doctors never even identify, and that most seniors never know they have. And that number 1 exercise? A 2021 study from the University of Pittsburgh tested it specifically on adults aged 68 to 84. After just 6 weeks, participants showed a 61% improvement in single-leg stability and reported feeling, in their own words, quote, in control on stairs again. It takes less than 90 seconds. It requires nothing more than a sturdy low step and a wall nearby for light reassurance during the learning phase. Please stay with me all the way to the end, because that one exercise is the one I want you to walk away with today. Coming in at number 5, the seated heel press. I know what you might be thinking. We are talking about stairs, and I am starting you seated, but I need you to understand why. The calf and the ankle are the first line of balance information your body receives when you plant your foot on a step. When those signals are weak or delayed, and in many adults over 70 they are, your whole system gets caught off guard. That split-second hesitation on a staircase, it starts here. A 2020 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that adults over 65 who performed daily ankle resistance training reduced their perceived instability on uneven surfaces by 53% in just 10 weeks. Here is how you do it. Sit in a firm chair, feet flat on the floor. Slowly press both heels down into the ground as hard as you comfortably can. Hold for 5 seconds. Release slowly. That is 1 repetition. Do 10. Then, if you feel ready, do the same thing 1 foot at a time. You are training the lower leg to fire quickly and respond decisively. This wakes up the chain. But here is the thing. Number 4, target something even deeper, something most people have never even heard of. And it might be the most important muscle you are not training right now. Coming in at number 4, the glute bridge. Here is a truth that I find myself repeating to patients almost every week. Your glutes are the engine of your lower body. They are the biggest, most powerful muscle group between your waist and your knees. And in most adults over 70 who struggle on stairs, the glutes have become what we call inhibited. They are not injured. They are not diseased. They are simply asleep. Years of sitting, years of moving carefully, years of letting other muscles compensate, and the glutes start to check out. When your glutes are weak, your knees take over, your lower back takes over, and going up a staircase becomes a strain that your body was never designed to handle that way. Research published in Physical Therapy and Sport in 2018 found that seniors with inhibited glute activation were 2.3 times more likely to report fear of stair descent than those with normal glute strength. Lie on your back on a firm surface. Your bed or a yoga mat both work. Bend your knees, feet flat, hip width apart. Press through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Really squeeze and hold for 3 seconds. Lower slowly. That is 1 rep. Do 10 to 12. If this feels easy, try holding at the top for 5 seconds. You will feel it, and your stairs will feel different within weeks. Please stay with me, because number 3 is something I almost never see discussed, and it is probably the direct cause of that wobbling sensation you feel when you go downstairs. Coming in at number 3, the VMO squeeze with chair. The VMO, the vastus medialis oblique, the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inside of your knee. Most people have never heard of it, but it is the muscle responsible for keeping your knee from buckling inward when you step down onto a surface. It is the muscle that stabilizes you on that moment, that fraction of a second, when your full body weight transfers onto one leg on a step. When the VMO is weak, the knee drifts inward. Your ankle rolls slightly. Your whole body compensates by reaching for a wall, a railing, a door frame. Sound familiar? A 2017 study in the Journal of Knee Surgery, Sports Traumatology, and Arthroscopy showed that targeted VMO activation exercises improve single-leg step-down stability by 48% in adults over 65 after just 4 weeks of training. Here is the exercise. Sit in a firm chair. Place a small rolled towel or a folded blanket just above your knee on the inner side. Squeeze your knees together against the towel, gently but firmly, and hold for 5 seconds. You should feel a contraction just above and inside your kneecap. That is your VMO waking up. Do 10 repetitions on each side. Do this daily. And I want you to understand, this single exercise has given people back the confidence to step downstairs heel first, the way your body was designed to move. But number 2 is where things really start to shift, because number 2 takes everything we have built so far and starts teaching your body to apply it to the actual stair pattern. Coming in at number 2, the step-down eccentric. The word eccentric in exercise science refers to the lowering phase of a movement, when a muscle is working hard while it lengthens. And the eccentric demand on your quads and glutes when you step down a stair is far greater than when you step up. This is why going downstairs is almost always scarier than going up. Your muscles have to resist gravity on the way down, and if they are not trained to do that, your body knows it. So, it grabs the railing. A 2022 study from King's College London followed adults aged 70 to 82 through an 8-week eccentric stair training program. After the program, 69% of participants reported complete elimination of stair avoidance behavior. That means they stopped avoiding stairs altogether. Here is the exercise. Stand behind a step, your bottom porch step, a single exercise step, or even a thick, sturdy book. Step up with your right foot. Then, very slowly, count 4 seconds, lower your left foot back to the ground. Let your right knee bend slowly and with control. That slow lowering is the eccentric work. Your quad and glute are fighting gravity. Do 5 on each leg to start and build to 10. Always have a wall within arm's reach during the learning phase. And now, we have arrived at number 1. The exercise I have been building towards since the very beginning of this video. This is the one that is different from everything else on this list. This is the one the research is most clear about. This is the one I want you to remember when you leave here today. The step up with pause. I want to tell you why this exercise sits at number 1. It is not just because it builds strength, though it does. It is because it specifically trains what scientists call single-leg stance confidence. That is the exact capability that determines whether you need to hold a railing or not. When you pause at the top of a step with one foot in the air, your brain and your body have to solve a balance problem together. And every time they solve it, the neural pathway that says, "I can do this," gets a little stronger. The 2021 University of Pittsburgh study I mentioned earlier, the one that found 61% improvement in single-leg stability. This was the exercise they used, just this one, 6 weeks, 3 times per week. Here is how to perform it safely. Find a low step, the bottom step of your staircase, a 6-inch step stool, or an aerobic step if you have one. Stand in front of it. Place your right foot fully on the step. Press through your right heel, not your toes, your heel, and rise up until you are standing fully on that one foot at the top of the step. And here is the key. Pause there. Hold for 2 full seconds. Feel your glute engage. Feel your VMO stabilize your knee. Let your body solve the balance equation. Then step your left foot up to join you and step back down with control. That pause is everything. That is the medicine. Do 5 repetitions on each leg. Use a wall for light fingertip support if you need it at first. Not a grip, just a touch. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most people find they no longer need the wall at all. And within 6 weeks, most people find something remarkable. They find themselves at the bottom of their stairs and they just go up. Without thinking, without reaching, without fear. And I want you to understand what that moment means. That moment, that first time you walk up the stairs without holding on. That is not just a fitness milestone. That is walking into your grandchild's home and not having to think about it. That is going up to bed at night without that quiet anxiety that so many of you carry and never talk about. That is being the person your family sees as capable and independent and strong because you are. You just needed to remind your body of that. Here is the part nobody talks about. These 5 exercises are not complicated. They are not painful. They do not require a gym or a trainer or any equipment beyond a sturdy chair and a single step. What they require is 2 minutes a day and the belief that your body is still capable of changing, because it is. The research is unambiguous on this. Muscle responds to training at every age. The nervous system adapts at every age. Balance improves at every age, including yours. Now, before you go, I need to say something important. Please speak with your doctor before beginning any new exercise program, especially if you have had a recent knee or hip surgery, a history of falls, or balance issues related to a neurological condition. These exercises are designed to be safe and gentle, but your doctor knows your specific history and should always be part of the conversation. If this video gave you something useful today, if something clicked, if something gave you hope, please give it a thumbs up. And type a 1 in the comments if this helped you, or a 0 if I can do better. I read every single comment. And please subscribe if you have not already, because I am putting out videos like this every week specifically for you. Share this with someone who always holds the railing. Share it with a friend who avoids stairs, or a parent who has stopped going to the 2nd floor of their own home. You might be giving them something they have been waiting for. Now, I want to ask you, which of these 5 exercises are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you want to take this further, I have put together a video on the 5 balance exercises that prevent falls in your own home. It is on the screen right now. Watch it next. Because strong legs and sharp balance together are the combination that keeps you living on your own terms, in your own home, for as long as you choose. You did not get to this age by being fragile. Do not let a staircase convince you otherwise. Strength is not something that happens to you. It is something you go get, and it is never too late to go get it.